Okay, so I think I am ready to go ahead and get started. So, like I said, if you have any questions, I will ask if you have any in a little while. And if you want to put them in the chat, that's fine. And then we can read them and I can answer them. I want to try to get through as much of the material as I can so I'm not repeating myself because I'll probably answer some of your questions. So, my name is Alana Dance. I appreciate you joining us today for this just quick webinar on going from overwhelmed to being aligned in your business. I have been talking to several people that are human design practitioners, and I've brought on a couple of people as clients lately, and they talked me into having a webinar to help people understand that it can be really easy to implement systems into your business and it doesn't have to be overwhelming, and they can be really helpful. I know a lot of human design specialists and energy healing practitioners and coaches and people in that realm can be kind of scared or standoffish when it comes to business systems, and because it can be overwhelming and they're just not used to it. And part of the reason for that is because you came here to do a specific thing. You came here to support your clients. You came here to help humanity. You didn't come here to be, techie and to write copy and to do all of the things that you don't like to do, right? Some people really, really love writing copy. I personally, I'm not much on it. I don't really like it. So I incorporate systems and people into helping me write copy. And it's definitely gotten a lot better since I've started to do that. But it held me back for a really long time. And one of the things that holds a lot of people back from expanding their spiritual business is not implementing systems that can help streamline their processes and automate their business and help them expand. They see it as keeping them stuck because it's extra things that they have to do. But in reality, it's extra at first once you get it stood up. But after it's stood up, it can actually be really, really helpful for your business. And with Transcend, the system that I use, which we're going to talk about, and I'm going to actually show you in a few minutes, it can really help human design specialists because it can capture a lot of the data for you so you can really streamline the way that your email campaigns and things are being sent to your specific clients. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that, and we're going to talk about how it can help you. But I just wanted to start off by saying that, it doesn't have to be difficult. Systems are actually a really good thing. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really weird. Okay. So our journey together today, I think that this will probably last, I have it scheduled for about an hour and a half. It might be a little less than that. It might be a little more than that. If you need to jump off at any time, please feel free. I'm going to send you the replay, but I hope that you can stick with us till the end. So first, I'm going to talk a little bit about who I am. We're going to talk about how to simplify your processes, how to run and have your charts effortlessly in the system so you can continuously help your clients easily, how to automate your workflow, so how you're working within your business, how to scale with ease, and I'm also going to do a system demo throughout the presentation. So as I talk about a couple of things, we're going to jump into the system and talk about that. And then, of course, the overall is how to save you money and increase your energy and give you more time. I didn't put that on there, but give you more time. That's really important. Oops. I don't know why this thing's being weird. There we go. Ah. Okay. So, actually, hold on one second. Okay. So, setting the stage for transformation. So as human design specialists, we spend so much time unlocking the magic in others and helping them live a life of alignment, getting to know their true selves, finding their purpose, clearing energetic clutter from the things that are holding them back, all of those things. But do you feel like your business is aligned with you? We help people do all of those things, but are you helping yourself do those things as well? Because if you're being honest, many of us, we start out our journey with a lot of passion and not a lot of structure. And this is what gives our business structure. And not having structure in a business can lead to overwhelm. It can lead to juggling client data, not following up with clients. It can lead to constantly switching between tools, losing information, all of those types of things. And it's really like kind of, you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, right? You're just kind of spinning your wheels and not really making it very far. And we start off with so much passion, but then we let the things like technology stop us from really getting into the flow. And your business can't flourish unless it's actually in flow. And you deserve to have a system that feels intuitive and that's aligned to the work that you do and that helps you instead of frustrates you. A system that not only simplifies your life, but also amplifies your impact as well. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. We're going to talk about how to streamline your processes, elevate your client experience, and create a space for you to thrive and to save money. And I'm going to also show you how you can leverage Transcend, which is an all-in-one system, to streamline your process, elevate your client experience, and again, create a space for you to thrive. Okay, by the end of this webinar, you will have a clear understanding on how to simplify your day-to-day operations so that you can spend more time doing what you love, ways to integrate client management, scheduling, and follow-ups into one intuitive system, how to use these tools to grow your business without adding more to your plate, and how to save you time, money, and energy. And that is also, I'm also going to show you a little bit more in depth on how to integrate the body graph chart system into Transcend and into your business as well. Okay, so who am I? It's a really important question. So why am I here talking to you today, right? So I am just at a very high level. I'm a certified coach, practitioner, healer, and spiritual teacher, and I help others transform their lives and their business. I am deeply immersed in the world of energy work, and I blend human design, ancient spiritual principles and practices, quantum physics, and more into my business so I can help others thrive in their business and become aligned and in flow with their business. I'm also a 3-time best-selling co-author with spiritual leaders like Marie Diamond, who was on The Secret, and Dr. Karen Curry Parker. I have been certified in over 20 modalities and techniques. Some of those modalities and techniques have multiple levels, and I also teach some of them as well. And I also hold 2 master's degrees, one in business and one in technology management. In my previous life, I was a manager of a multi-billion-dollar software implementation and customer service programs for the government. So that's part of the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing here today, is because I spent so many years helping the government implement software systems and implement customer service management systems. And when I decided to shift out of that work, once I realized it wasn't my calling, it was actually during my Saturn return. I was doing really, really well in my career. I was expanding really quickly. I was, kind of going up the corporate ladder. I thought this was what I was supposed to do. I enjoyed it. Once my Saturn return started coming in, I started coming in and feeling a lot of resistance. I started pretty much I felt like I was running into walls every day. I wasn't getting along with my team members. I changed jobs that still didn't work. It was just a really, really frustrating time. And I started having significant health issues. And I wasn't sure why I was having those health issues until I started really reading on a spiritual level and from a self-development perspective, that it was stress that was causing all of those health issues. I was always a very healthy person, very active. And then all of a sudden I started getting just kind of random issues and some chronic type of problems. So once I started reading about it and really learning about myself, I realized that it was time for me to change careers. And that's what I did. I shifted into the world of spirituality and healing, being a healing practitioner. And I still felt like something was missing. I was doing that. I was having one-on-one sessions with clients. I was building my practice, and there was still something missing. And I realized that it was the technology piece. And the technology aspect is really important because most of the people that I was working with were also business owners. They were starting their spiritual practices and things like that. And when I was working them, they would come to me, or working with them, they would come to me and say, hey, I feel like you can help me with this. Can you help me, build my website or implement this system, or need help figuring out this process? And a lot of them didn't necessarily know why they were asking me. It was just, they were called to ask me. And I actually at first absolutely hated it. I didn't want to go back to that technology realm. I felt like I was going back to my corporate job, and I did not like it. But after I continued to get these types of people that were coming to me, and also when I was seeing other people struggle too, and I really wanted to jump in and help them, I kind of surrendered to the process. And when I did that, that's when I found the system Transcend, and everything just took a complete turn to where I knew that I needed to incorporate this into my business. And it was kind of like, I'm getting certified in all these modalities, I'm doing all of these things, and then you have the technology piece. What the heck am I going to do with all of this, right? And then I realized that I needed to put them together, and I needed to help coaches and spiritual healers and practitioners implement the technology into their business while also helping them heal to expand their business. So that's what I'm doing now, and it is absolutely amazing. I've been doing it for several years, and it's been really, really great. So I heard somebody pop in. I just want to make sure they had a question. Where's my chat? Here's my chat. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to check. I hear little noises and I don't know what they mean. Okay, so I started, whoops. Okay, so again, I felt like I needed to incorporate the technology into my healing practice, and that is where I'm at in my business right now and what I have built. So I'm excited to kind of show it to you and talk to you about it a little more. So incorporating the healing aspect and the technology into kind of one, it's kind of one, it's not necessarily one offering. I kind of sprinkle in the healing, but incorporating it into one business is really what sets me apart from others in this industry. I focus on healing the business owner and helping you rapidly shift forward to create the business of your dreams. And I do that by helping you implement business technology systems, decondition, whether it's specifically related to your human design, or decondition other parts of your life like belief change and things like that. And then also the physical well-being aspect as well. So I have some other techniques that I use and some products that I use to help the business owner stay healthy, have a good well-being, so they can help their clients and really be a vessel for your mission. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not taking care of anyone. So that's what sets me apart. I really put all of those things together, and I have different programs and offerings that, like I said, some of them combine them, some of them are separate. It really depends on what the client wants. So my mission here is today is to empower you with tools to bring flow and alignment into your business, making it easier to create your impact that you're destined for. So to complete your mission and do what you're really here for. And I'm here to help you go from overwhelmed to aligned, leveraging powerful systems like Transcend to free your energy for what really matters. And what matters is helping your clients. This thing is being really wacky tonight. There we go. Okay. So simplifying your processes. So if you are anything like me, like I said, I'm a manifesting generator, and I'm always doing so many different things. I have, 100 tabs open on my screen. You probably saw that a little bit earlier. And I've got a lot of things going at once. And that also happens, or that happens to me before I meet with clients as well. So I set a reminder on my phone. I'm like, okay, I have to meet with a client at this time. I set a reminder to go off that says, you've got, depending on what type of session it is and what I need to do, you've got 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever before your client session, right? But I still always find that I'm doing 16 different things at the time that the client appointment starts. And I realize what time it is. And at the same time, I realize I haven't gathered any of the information for my client session. And I'm kind of left scrambling, right? That was me before Transcend. And once I started using Transcend and implementing the features to help organize myself, I was in a place where I could kind of jump right in with the client. I have their chart. I have any notes from past sessions. I have notes that I took to prepare for the session. I have all of that in one place. And it really, really helped me save time and also help me look much more organized with my clients too. So while I didn't go into the sessions completely chaotic, I try not to do that. It still helped me feel better and my energy was better. So it gives me kind of that extra 10 minutes or so before my client appointment to center myself, to get myself in the right energy and to make sure that I have everything for my client appointment. So with Transcend, you can manage a client data, sessions, and follow-up information all in one easy system. So we have centralized client profiles that store all client data, session notes, the human design chart, all of the information related to their human design, all in one place. So there's no more searching through notebooks, no more trying to find emails, no more pulling information out of multiple systems, pulling up body graph chart, pulling up genetic matrix, doing all of those things. It's all in one system. We also have a unified inbox, which manages all communications, including text messages, emails, DMs, all in one area. So I'm easily able to go back and look and say, okay, I talked to this client yesterday. She had said she had this specific issue. It's right here in the email. It's all in one system. So I have all of that right there with me, and it's really, really easy to get to. We also have automated client booking. It lets clients schedule sessions self-service to their calendars, and it syncs automatically with availability. So there's no back and forth emails, no double bookings. Everything is right there on your calendar within Transcend, and it also connects to your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar, your Apple Calendar, whatever calendar you use, like on your phone and everything. So you're easily able to see all of your appointments. I actually booked an appointment with a shaman yesterday. And of course, every website I go to, I'm like, oh, how can I help them? And I don't necessarily reach out to all of them and say, hey, I can help you. But it's just something that I do. But when I booked with her, I purchased the session. So it just had a place where I could, pay for the session. And then I didn't get anything back. I got no email. I got nothing. And I was like, of course, me instantly, I'm like, okay, what's next? When's my appointment? I'm really excited to talk to her. But I didn't get anything, so I had to be patient. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to give her a day, and if I don't hear anything back in a day, then I'm going to reach out to her. And I'm on the East Coast. She was actually in Arizona, so she's 2 hours behind me. And I think I booked the appointment with her like super early in the morning. It was like 6 or 7 o'clock my time. And she was actually really good. She emailed me, it looks like first thing in the morning when she got up, said, I got your appointment. Thank you. Are you available this day and time? I wasn't. So I said, no, I'm sorry. I'm in class that day. I can't do that day. Is there another day that week? I'm not available this time. And she replied back and said, what about this day and time? I said, yep, that works. And she said, okay, see you then. Here's what you need to prepare for your session. I'm like, okay. So it was she was very quick on her email. It was a quick back and forth, but that was a lot of time that she had to spend doing that, right? Versus having a calendar right there where I could have gone and booked the appointment on a time that fit with me. I could have got an automatic email that said, thanks for your booking, thanks for your payment, here's what you need to do to prepare for your session, see you then. She wouldn't have had to do anything. So Transcend makes that super easy for people. And I just remember the days where I was, managing my calendar, like writing things down. And some people are still okay with that. I actually work with a practitioner. I have sessions with her several times a month, and she still manages she has her calendar written down. She manages it. That's what she does. And I've been working with her for years. She's never missed an appointment, never double booked anything. Last month, because I always have to send her kind of a write-up of what's been going on before our session. Excuse me. And last month, I didn't hear anything from her. It was unusual. And then it was that evening. It was like 6 or 7 o'clock that evening, the day before my appointment. she texted me and she was like, oh my gosh, I didn't have you written down. I have another client booked at that time. Can you move it to this time? So again, it was okay. I'm flexible. I don't mind, but it could have saved her a lot of hassle by having an electronic calendar help her. I think that when people move from manual processes into Transcend, this is one of the main things that people are really have a hard time letting go of, is managing their calendar, because they're trying to control it, right? But once they try it, and I always tell people, like, just try it out. If you don't like it, or if something's not working for you and we can't fix that, then you can go back to your old way, right? But just try it out. Try it for a couple of months. And usually when they try it out, they don't go back to the manual process because they see how easy it is. So it's one of the main things that people really try to hold on to. But it's one of the main things that really sucks time, that we don't necessarily need to waste time doing. Because when you're spending time doing that, you're not spending time communicating with your clients, nurturing them, creating emails that you could send to them, creating your programs that you can get out to them. And when you add all of those hours up, you're really, really doing yourself a disservice. So another thing is session reminders, so automatic email and or text messages. The text messaging option within Transcend is an optional additional service. It's an additional cost. It's a very minimal cost. I think it's well worth it, especially if you're doing discovery calls and free calls, things like that, because you can remind people via text message that they have something, an appointment coming up, so they don't miss it. But it has that option as well. So again, to reduce no-shows, keep your clients on track, keep yourself on track, because you can send yourself text message reminders too. And it just keeps everything engaged. And again, everything's all in one place. You're not juggling multiple tools. Transcend combines CRM, scheduling, communication into a single platform. So you don't have your calendar going over here, your website over here, trying to figure out how to connect the two. And your CRM system is completely separate. So you have to transfer notes from here to there. It can just be time consuming. And this allows you to work smarter, not harder. So you're spending less time on admin tasks and more time doing what you love, and that's helping your clients and getting information out to them, which is really important. That's what you're here for. Oops. Okay. So after this slide, I'm going to jump into the system and show you a couple of things. So the seamless chart access is another amazing thing for human design specialists specifically. The body graph chart integration into Transcend is something that I give my clients, my human design specialist clients, for free when they purchase a done for you service with me. So I walk through setting them up with that integration and getting all of the fields in Transcend, which I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes, just the basics on how that works and how it can help you. So this allows for chart creation and analysis without hassle. Again, you have everything all in one place, and you can really help your clients easily by sending them information, nurturing them based on different information in their body graph chart. So automatic syncing. So saving time with your client's human design chart by having their data automatically put into their profile when their chart is run. And again, I'm going to show you how that works in just a couple of minutes. All in one profile. So each client, their body graph details, their session history, their personal notes are all stored in one centralized location, along with their chart if you upload their chart as well. So there's no more jumping back and forth between systems. And again, kind of like I had mentioned earlier, preparing for their sessions, you have everything all in one place and you can easily prepare for their sessions. Tailored nurture campaigns. So you can use the information from the client's body graph to create personalized email sequences targeting specific things. So for example, you can create email campaigns to projectors to talk to them about deconditioning support, or to generators talking to them about how it's best if they work with action steps and things like that. So you can target specific campaigns and specific nurturing sequences based on the information in the body graph chart. And type is the easiest one to talk about, of course, on here. And it's the main thing that people kind of the first thing that people learn about, I would say. But you can target email sequences on any field within their body graph. You can target them on their sun gate, on their moon gate, on their defined centers, on their open centers. There's so many different things that you can create email campaigns with using this. Okay. You can also implement automatic follow-ups. So after a client had a session, you can send them resources automatically. You can send them reminders for them to book their next session. You can send them check-ins based on their unique design. So you can have, so for example, after you have like the first session with the client, so you just did like a basic reading with them. So you talk to them about their type and potentially a little bit about their profile. You can then target emails to them that goes deeper into the chart to entice them to book another session with you, or just to give them help on, okay, we talked about type. Are you doing, X, Y, and Z to help you follow your strategy, follow your authority? You can send them sequences to help them with those types of things. And it keeps them engaged. It keeps them feeling like they are connected with you, and it helps to build trust and loyalty because you're staying connected with them. And it's also helping them integrate their design easier because they're getting emails that are targeted for them. So it reminds them, oh yeah, I forgot. I need to listen, to my sacral response. I haven't been doing that lately. So it really helps them also with the healing aspect of it as well. Let's see, there is, again, I had mentioned the client segmentation based on energy type, open centers, other key information. And that's what I'm going to show you now. We go into Transcend. Excuse me. Okay, so this is my test account, so that's why there's no data showing up here. And I'm not doing a full demo of the system, but I just want to show you some of the basics and just kind of help you get a feel for how it can help you. So this is the dashboard area where you can see different metrics and reports and things like that. The conversations area is what I was talking about earlier in regards to keeping all of the information in one place. So we have the conversations area, and then we have the contacts area. So I'm just going to talk about the conversations area really quickly. So this is where all of your conversations with your clients are all in one place. Now this shows, because like I said, this is a test account, so I was, talking to myself in these ones, but this would be different clients, and you would be able to see all of the communication between all of the different clients here, like all the appointment reminders. So if the client says, oh, I didn't get that email, or I didn't get that appointment reminder, you can actually go in here and see that they actually did. And if for some reason, like for this one, there was an error, it'll actually show you what the error was. So that's kind of how you can see everything that's going on with your client. If you have text messaging set up, you would see SMS. You can also connect WhatsApp. You can connect your email. You can connect Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger. You can have all of that all in one place, so you're not trying to figure out, oh, I remember talking to that client yesterday. How did I talk to them? And like sifting through everything to try to figure that out. It's all in one place. Okay. And then you can also see all their information over here. If they have appointments booked with you, you can see their contact, basic contact information, opportunities as a way to track them in a pipeline. And then I have a little thing here that is covering up the rest of it, but I'll show you the rest of it in a second. So anyway, so that's the conversations area where you have everything all in one place. Then we have the contacts area where you can actually see the client's profile. So I'm going to go into this one as my test profile. So again, you have your conversations here. So this is just kind of another view. Over here to the right, because I was just over there in the previous screen, you have all the activity that they have actually had within the system. Every website they clicked on, every form they submitted, everything they purchased is all right here. So that's a really great thing to look at. if they were having issues with something, or you're just curious to see what they were looking at. You can see that information there. All the tasks. So after you had an appointment with a client, you can put in, if you had a task that came out of that appointment, you can put a due date. If you have multiple people on your team, you can assign it to people as well. And you can also make recurring tasks too, which is really cool. So you can see all of the tasks that are associated with this particular client and to make sure that they get done. So a little bit of task management built into this as well. And I'm going to pop over to the dashboard really quickly and show you that on your dashboard, you can also see what tasks you have pending or coming up and everything here. And you can actually just check the box to have them complete right there on the main screen, which is really nice. Okay. I apologize, I'm going through this really fast. I just want to make the most of our time. And then here you can have any notes. So if you need to put in session notes or something like that, you can do that here. All of the notes compile, so you'll be able to see the history of your client sessions. The system is not HIPAA compliant, so just make sure that you are not putting in medical information and things like that in here. Another cool thing about the notes, I have some of my clients set up to have an email be sent to the practitioner after the session. They update the notes, and then the automatic email that goes to the client after the session, the follow-up email, includes these notes. So that way they word them in a way that they're sending like a follow-up email to the client saying, hey, thanks for the session today. Here are your action steps based on what we talked about in the session today. So it's easy. It's done automatically. The only thing is they just need to make sure that they're updating the notes, because it will pull the notes it'll pull the last note out of their profile. So if it's old, it's going to send them old information. So there's just some things like that you need to kind of get used to, but the more that you use it, the more you get used to it, the easier it'll be for you. Again, looking at the appointments here, any documents that they have. So there's an area within the system for contracts. So if you have disclaimers or contracts that clients sign before they start to work with you, they'll be stored here. The signature on those is actually legally binding. So you can actually use it. And, if something were to happen, you need to go to court for some reason, or they didn't want to pay their bill, you can actually use that document as something that they signed, which is really nice. This is also where if you attach their human design chart or their reports, you'll see all of them here. So I have just a basic report here that I created for myself. So all you have to do is just click on those and they will come up. And here's a chart. So you have all of the information right here ready for you to meet with the client. If they made any payments, you'll see the payment history here. Also, if they have any subscriptions and things like that they have recurring with you, you'll see them there. And then if they're associated with other people or other businesses, you can create what's called an object, which we're not going to go into detail about. So this is just a way for you to manage your clients easier, cut down on admin tasks, and help you stay organized with your clients. Now I'm going to show you the human design information. This website, I have just a basic, this is really, it's not very fancy or very pretty, but this is the form that I've integrated into this website for the human design chart. So this comes from the BodyGraph chart system. So subscription to BodyGraph chart is needed to do this. So just keeping that in mind, it is not included. It is an extra service that you need to purchase externally. And also any issues that you're having within BodyGraph, the BodyGraph chart system specifically, that is working with their support team. I can't help with those types of issues. So anyway, so once a client fills in this information, it will automatically populate their profile here within Transcend. If they are not a client, it will create a new client for you. If they are a client, it will override the information that's in here. So one of the things that I do, because people, of course, we all did it, right? When we first discovered human design, we were running everybody's chart that we knew. So what I typically do is I'll put like a button or have a disclaimer on here that says, this chart is only for you. Do not run it for your friends and your family. If you want to run a chart for friends and family, click here. And then I'll give them another option or an option to click, and then it'll take them to another page to run their chart that's not connected to Transcend. So they can run charts all day long on that other one. It doesn't go into any system. It's not collecting an email address. It's just for them to have fun with. So that's kind of how I get around the overriding of data. So it'll collect all of their information. And when I say all of it, and Andrea, I know you can attest to this, it is literally every single field. There are like 180 fields within the body graph chart system. I have them all mapped. Not all of them pull information for whatever reason, but they're all mapped just in case one day body graph chart decides to start using it. I put it in here anyway, just to kind of my backup plan. I'm a 4-1 profile as well, so I like to have backup plans. It also gives you an option, kind of like I showed you earlier over here with the documents, to upload the documents. So one thing that this does not do is it does not automatically put their chart as an upload, a PDF file into the system. That is something that needs to be manually done. However, it does pull the link to the chart, and this is good for, I need to check with Victoria. It's either 60 or 90 days. It's a body graph chart, I would say quote unquote limitation, but of course they need to save space. They can't keep charts forever. But this link takes you to the chart, and then you just click download, and then you can upload it into their Transcend profile. So there is an option there to do that. Worst case, so say for example, you had a client that ran their chart 6 or 8 months ago. They didn't schedule an appointment with you, but now they're scheduling an appointment with you. This link doesn't work. Worst case, you can run their chart again because you have their birth information. I've had to do that before, and that's okay. Then I'll run their chart, then I'll download it and upload it in here. So again, all of this information pulls over from BodyGraph. You can target emails based on this information. You can segment your list based on this information. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Some of these fields are kind of out of order, but you can order them whatever way you want. Like this is the birth location. I would have put that up here with the birth day, but this is my test system, so I just kind of plop the fields in here. You can see their conscious centers, their defined centers, and even getting down into their gates. So here's the Earth personality gate here and the line. So this is 61.5 is what this would show up as on the chart. So you have the gate and then the line. You get all their variable information. So I'm scrolling down here. So here's all the variable stuff. So here you go. So here's all of the planets and the fixing state as well, if there is one. So there's all kinds of, like I said, 182 fields in here. So how does this help you, right? So I had mentioned segmenting your list. So there is something in the system called smart lists. Excuse me. Where you can actually, I only have a couple test people in here, but you can create smart lists based on any of those fields within the human design chart, as long as it's in Transcend. So I created a smart list I just put generators. So this is including manifesting generators and generators. So that the type includes generator is what this filter. So you create a filter. So HD type ID contains generator, and that's going to pull up all your generators and your manifesting generators. I know some human design specialists don't separate those, so here's a way to kind of combine them depending on how you're targeting your clients. So that one's easy. I also have tags that come in too, so that can make it a little bit easier. You can kind of look at them and say, okay, this one's a manifesting generator. It's a 4-2 manifesting generator. This one is a 6-2 manifesting generator. So kind of you can see that. I ran a lot of examples on here, so that's why there's a lot of them coming up there. And then also, so this is an example of another field. So this one is the defined centers contains the spleen center. So if you're running, say you're doing a program or want to do a masterclass or something on the spleen for defined spleens, you can create a smart list that filters out anyone that has a defined center as splenic is what is in that field. So it will pull up anybody that has splenic under the defined center area. Okay, and you can create as many of these as you want. You can do splenic and throat, definition, or you can add defined spleen center and undefined sacral. You can do as many of these as you want for filters to create what is called a smart list. And then once you have your smart lists, and you can create as many as you want, here's how you manage them. You can delete them after you're done if you want. You can, continue to add them. It's up to you. But what you would do is when you're going to send your email campaigns around a particular, masterclass or whatever that you're doing or program that you're doing, or just, maybe the gate 14 is in the sun and you want to send people who have that gate 14 in the sun some information, or people that don't have the gate 14 in the sun, the transits, you can target people like that as well, which is really cool. So when you're sending your emails and creating your marketing campaigns, you would select to send it to a smart list, and that way it only goes to that particular group of people. So if you're familiar with other systems, technology systems, they have tags, which are these over here. I still use tags, but smart list is kind of a way to be more dynamic with how you're selecting the people that you're emailing, which can be really, really fun, and it kind of gives you a little bit more to work with. It's not just they have this tag. It's, they have a defined spleen and they're a manifesting generator, but they have an undefined head, so there's, you can do different things like that, which is really cool. Okay. So I'm going to pause here for questions really quickly and just kind of open it up to you guys if you have any questions about anything that I've talked about so far. Okay, going once, going twice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue. Okay, good. And now my slide's showing. Okay, so how much time could this save you? I really want you to think about that. If you're really, excuse me, if you're really spending loads of time doing admin work and, going back and forth with clients, figuring out how you can target specific audience, so say for example you want to have a program or you want to do a masterclass on something specific within human design, and you're sifting through your list and you're saying, okay, this person's a manifesting generator, this person's a manifesting generator, I want to focus it on manifesting generators. How much time does that spend you? Or how much time are you spending doing that? How much money does that actually cost you? Because time is money. So if you're hiring a VA to do repetitive tasks, most likely Transcend can take care of that for you. And it gives you kind of a broader things to think about too, and how to expand your reach in a completely different way and an easier way. So rather than saying, oh, I want to do this, but I don't know how I'm going to target these people, or I don't have that information gathered, now you have it. Now you can easily target them. So you can do what you want to do in your business instead of feeling restricted, like you can't do everything that you want to do. So again, it saves you hours of admin work each day. And this is just a really, really small portion of Transcend. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here in a couple of minutes about a couple of other features that'll help, but this is a very, very small piece. Okay, so it allows you to focus on transformation, spending less time managing your tools and more time helping your clients align with their design, which is really important. That's why you're here, right? It's creating a scalable framework for you so you're ready to grow your business while staying energetically aligned. And that's what we're going to talk about now, is scaling. Actually, we're going to talk about it after this slide. So a little bit more about automation in your workflow. So along with the emails that we have talked about, you can have automatic welcome sequences. So when you get a new client that comes on board, rather than spending so much time typing out emails, here's what's next, here's the link to the calendar for you to book your appointments, here's your disclaimer, like pulling all of that stuff together, intake forms, things like that, human design charts, because I have my clients run their human design chart because I like to know how I can communicate with them. You can have all of that done automatically, which is really cool. There's a feature that I mentioned earlier within documents and contracts. It's newer. I just started using it in the last couple of months for my onboarding process, because when I bring on new clients, when I do done for you services with them, especially, I have a contract that they have to sign. It says what they're responsible for. It says what I'm responsible for. It says what the costs are. It has everything laid out so that everybody's on the same page, because I like to be very transparent. I like to say everything up front, and I don't like to hit people with surprises. So I just started implementing the contracts piece, and it has made my life so much easier. And I feel much more stable with that because I know that they know exactly what to expect. I didn't forget anything when I had conversations with them, right? And it's not word of mouth. So they have it all in writing. They can go back and look at it whenever they want. And both of us sign it. So I'm in agreement, they're in agreement, and it's done. And I have a sequence that launches based on that. So pretty much when somebody signs up, they get a Transcend account. They make the purchase on the invoice. It automatically sends the contract out for them to sign. Once that contract's signed, it automatically sends them a welcome email saying, here are your next steps. And I have forms that they fill out for their onboarding. So I have to know really specific information to get them stood up in Transcend and to start their project. So I have forms that they actually walk through to fill out to give me all of that information. And that process is so much easier. It's just amazing. I absolutely love it. And it saves me so much time. So you can do things like that. Disclaimers are big as well, especially if you're a healing practitioner. I know so many healing practitioners that don't have disclaimers for their sessions. Even just a human design specialist who's giving them information that's not actually doing healing work. Some people can take that in a way where, they're telling me how I can improve my life. Now I'm going to hold the practitioner to that, or the human design specialist to that. And if I don't receive $1 million next year, I'm going to blame them, right? Disclaimers are really, really important, and you should have them in your business. So having that process automatic is really important because you don't have to worry about it. Excuse me. Okay. Re-engagement campaigns. So a little bit like I was saying earlier, with re-engaging your clients. If they have been interactive for a while, there are reports and things metrics that you can actually look at to see, okay, these clients haven't clicked on any of my emails, they haven't opened any of them, maybe they're not interested, or maybe I'm just not really speaking to them. I'm going to email them directly and say, hey, how can I help? Or, something like that. Or maybe my emails are ending up in spam and they didn't know it, things like that. So you can actually reach out to inactive clients and tailor offers to them and reminders to book their next session, which is really cool. It's a really, really awesome feature. Resource sharing. So you can deliver your tools, your medications, not that. You're not going to deliver that. Your meditations, your content automatically after key milestones or based on their human design chart. So you can set up workflows that deliver content based on specific event types or based on specific dates or based on their human design type or other information in their human design chart, of course. And then just knowing that your first impression matters. So having a professional online presence acts as a digital storefront, and it creates a strong first impression and confidence for your visitors. So having a professional website or sales funnel is really important. I know that some people kind of steer away from that. They're like, oh, I don't really want to build a website. I don't have time to do all of that. But it's a way for your clients to gather information, to get to know you, to have a place to go to. I've seen some amazing websites that have all kinds of wonderful blogs and all kinds of free downloads to talk about their stuff. I'm more likely to buy from somebody that has a lot of information on their website. Partially it's because I'm a one line, but I like information. I like to know what I'm doing, right? Or what I'm getting myself into. And I like to know about the person. So I like things like that. So having that type of presence can be really important for some people. Other people, it doesn't matter so much, but you want to try to have that happy medium in regards to an online presence. So again, it's an information hub for your clients, and it builds trust with you. Because we're in such a digital world nowadays, you can't walk into an office and get to know somebody. But having a way for them to schedule a call with you so they can get to know you and to find just some information about your offerings and about you can really build that trust. And then the last one, effortless upselling. So having funnels guides clients through a journey of offering additional services, programs, and products at the right time. So I know we all have been, whenever I say sales funnels to healers and practitioners, they're all like, oh my gosh, I don't want a sales funnel. I know we've all been through the never ending sales funnel of you purchase this and then you get offered this and then you get offered this and then you get, and it's like a never ending thing. There's a happy medium to that as well, and it can be really, really useful because you want your clients to get the most out of your services. So by offering them a one-time offer after they buy their human design report or something like that can be a really great way to build your client base and to get more clients coming in the door for your human design readings, versus if they download a report and they just keep the report, they may never go back and look at it again. So offering them a one-time offer that's a little bit of a discounted rate for them to book right now can be a really, really great way to upsell clients. And then you can also continue your upsell process through emails as well, offering them sessions and stuff automatically. Okay, so I had mentioned a minute ago, scaling. So this, excuse me. So Transcend is, like I had said, it's an all-in-one system, all-in-one platform. It has many, many, many different features. And the main features I've been focused on today were client management and, emails and things like that. And the reason for that is because that is what healers, practitioners, human design specialists, that's what we're mainly focused on, right? We spend a lot of time communicating with our clients and we need to organize that. So once you're past that phase of doing one-on-one sessions or some group work, it's time to expand and scale your business. And with Transcend, you can do that much easier because all you have to do is add on another module within the system, and your course platform talks to your CRM system. And you can incorporate, when somebody buys something, you can add them to a community within Transcend or a membership option within Transcend easily, automatically. So it's an easy way to expand your services. Okay, so it integrates all of your tools: CRM, scheduling, email, website, blogs, courses, communities, affiliates, automations, and more. So you don't have to worry about juggling multiple systems or buying more systems as your client base grows, because that's what happens, right? We have a great launch, we get, a bunch of new clients, and then it's like, okay, now I want to create a course. So I need to go find a course platform. And when you go to look for that course platform, you realize, oh man, now I have to add another $150 a month because I need to add a course platform and I want to add a community. So that's going to be an extra cost. And with a lot of courses and community programs, they're not unlimited. You could get like 3 courses with one community and then that's it. And so when you decide to go above 3 courses, you have to upgrade again, and that's more money. Transcend is not like that. Once you add the module on, you have unlimited courses, unlimited communities, and you can continue to grow as your user base grows, which is absolutely amazing. There's also some email systems and things like that where you pay based on the number of subscribers that you have. So you're paying, $50 a month to send an email to 500 people, but then you have a great launch and now all of a sudden you have 1,500 people and your emails increase to, now you have to pay $150 a month. So your cost just tripled because you had a great day and you got a bunch of people sign up to your mailing list, right? You don't have to worry about that in Transcend. You can have as many clients as you want and you can send as many emails as you want, and you're only paying for what you send in regards to the emails. Okay. Effortless engagement. So you can let your technology handle the repetitive tasks. So you can focus on your high impact interactions with clients, focus on your one-on-one sessions, focus on your group sessions, focused on engaging with people on social media and getting yourself out there. Or if you want to do some local stuff, going to local businesses and local places to identify clients and have workshops and things like that. You can have group sessions, workshops. You can scale by offering group coaching, webinars. There's all kinds of things that you can do within Transcend. I talked about the courses and memberships. You can have evergreen courses. You can have memberships, subscription memberships. You can have communities. And my Cosmic Heart program that I'm doing right now is using the courses and communities feature. And there's also, which I don't have in here, but there's the social media planner that's a part of Transcend as well. And they just added a feature. I'm so glad they added it because it's helped me tremendously. They just added a feature where I can schedule all of my posts to my Transcend community for my Cosmic Heart program. So I have them all scheduled out. I don't know if I have them scheduled out through the entire program, but I have them at least scheduled out through the end of December. So every morning they get a new post, they get a new meditation that they're doing to clear the different gates of their human design. So that's automatically done. The only thing I have to do, I've set all of it up. And yeah, there's some legwork to set things up, of course. But once you kind of get in a rhythm of doing like the repetitive things like that, it doesn't take long. So all I have to do for that program is just make sure that the meditation is recorded and in the course platform. And it's maybe 30 minutes a day. And of course I do them sometimes in advance, well in advance as well. So as long as it's in there before that 6 a.m. email is sent to them saying that the post in the community is live, that course is continuing. So that's how my membership and my community program works. It's amazing. I love it. Diverse income streams. So you can have, like I had mentioned, automated sales funnels for your human design readings, your meditations, your ebooks. There's also an e-commerce store if you're selling physical products. You can incorporate that in here as well. So there's all kinds of stuff to make sure that you have different streams of income coming in, because you don't want to be solely connected to just one stream of income. You want to have multiple options. And streamless collaboration. So whether you have a VA or a partner or somebody helping you with something in your business, or you have other practitioners that you work with, so maybe you have other human design specialists that you collaborate with, and sometimes they take the one-on-one client, sometimes you do. You can have all of that done in one system. And that makes bringing on a team very, very easy and hassle-free. There's also options within the calendaring to where if you do have multiple practitioners, if you want to have the client choose the practitioner, they can, or you can do kind of a round robin type of thing where it distributes the sessions based on whatever you choose. So scaling is really, really great in this system. And there's so many more features that I haven't even mentioned. One of them is actually the affiliate manager as well, which is really awesome because you can have people sell your services for you. And they've implemented to where the payments are really easy. They're paid through PayPal. All you have to do is go in there and approve it, and it's automatically paid as long as you have money in your PayPal wallet thingy. It works really, really easily, and which is a really great way, again, to expand and have people refer you. Okay, so this is just a quick example of a workflow that you can create. It's a workflow and a funnel. So this will help you attract and nurture more leads without adding to your workload. So of course, to set it up initially, there is some legwork that needs to be done, but once it's set up, it's running on autopilot. You don't have to do anything to it. And I think that that's the amazing thing with this system is you put in a little bit of effort to set it up, and then you can continuously advertise it and continuously have people go to that. So you have your free human design chart that's on your website. And once they run that free human design chart, they're taken to the next step, which is the lead magnet funnel. So all of that data from their chart is stored in Transcend, so you have access to that as soon as they run their chart. In the lead magnet funnel, it opens up into a new page, and you can have this so when they run their chart, what you would do is you'd have the chart open into a new page, and there's an option to do that within Bodygraph Chart, and then their chart is displayed on that page. And then within that page, you can have your offer there. So that's kind of the lead into your funnel. So you can offer them a human design reading, you can offer them pretty much anything you want, access to a free ebook, which is this example. And then once they decide they want to purchase that or they want to download that, then it'll take them to the next area, which is an upsell. Your upsell offer could potentially be for a human design reading. So again, that one-time offer. So I'm going to offer you a human design reading to understand how you can make better decisions and all the stuff about learning the strategy and authority for this one-time offer. And this is the only time that you're ever going to see this price. Kind of go into salesy. It's up to you on how you want to word that. But that's that's usually how the funnels work. This is the only time you're ever going to see this price. You're never going to see it again, right? And then you can show what your price usually is and then the markdown to what it is. Now, if they buy it or not, they can always click no, I'm not interested, and then they go to the next step. Or if they do buy it, they can also go to the next step. So you can have it go to another sales page, or you can have it go to a downsell. It's completely up to you on how that works. In this example, it's going to a downsell to offer client access to your membership that will help them learn how to live by their design. So maybe they don't want to put in, $200 for a human design reading right now, but they're willing to pay $27 a month, maybe with a 7-day free trial or something like that, to learn their human design on their own through your membership program. Okay, so that's kind of how the funnel works. Okay, and it's simple, it's easy, there's huge long sales pages. You don't have to do all of that if that's not aligned to you. Some people love that, that's fine. Other people, they don't like it. So you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And then, of course, regardless of what they buy, they go into an automated nurture campaign, and that'll send them a series of emails that introduces you, your services, talks about insights about human design. And then after you do a couple of those emails, then you start to target upselling to them. You start to talk to them about how they can learn, much more in depth by getting a human design reading, by going to one of your workshops, by joining your group, things like that. So all of that, again, once you set it up, it's all automated and it's amazing. Oops, I already did that slide. Why are the slides going backwards? Okay, so I'm going to just go through this really quickly because I've talked about a lot of it. So again, saving you time, money, and energy. So you're automating repetitive tasks. You're automating your invoicing, your follow-ups, your scheduling. It reduces the need to hire a virtual assistant, and it reduces so much of the time that you are spending. Time is money, so you're reducing cost savings there. You have fewer missed opportunities because you're nurturing and you're following up with your clients. You're keeping them engaged. You're having them rebook sessions. You're sending them information that's useful to them. So even one rebooked session a month will cover more than the cost of this system, depending, of course, what your fees are. Okay, so just think of it like that. If you're not engaging with your clients, if you're not sending emails to them to rebook with you or to purchase other services with you, you're missing out on potential increase in profits. And the system allows you to do that on autopilot. You have a polished experience, you're professional, you're reducing client churn, you're building trust, all of those things with your professional look and all of the professionalism with your emails and things like that too. It has built-in scalability, so as your business grows, there's no need to add expensive tools or hire more people. And you can make smarter decisions. So there's all kinds of analytics and things within Transcend that help you focus on your high-performing strategies, saving you money, so you can see, okay, this campaign is performing really, really well, so I want to run that campaign more. Or this one's not performing well, so let me look at the copy and see, why is this sales page or this email campaign, not producing? Maybe I need to look at my sales copy. So you can easily do that. And this is the best thing, in my opinion. No more multiple subscriptions. You don't have all of these systems that you're working with. You're not trying to figure out how to get one system to talk to another system. Most of my clients that have come to me are using multiple systems, and they are losing out on clients, and they don't even realize it because they can't figure out how to connect the forms on their website to their email campaign system. So when they type, the client submits a request that they want to get on their mailing list or they want to download their free thing, that information is not getting to their email list. So they have no idea that the client even did that. I can't even tell you how many people that I've talked to that happens to. And they don't even know it until I go in and I start to work with them. And they're like, oh, I didn't even realize that was happening. So and I tell them just to put it out of their mind. It's not even, there's no point in even trying to figure out how many clients you potentially lost. But you want to prevent that, right? So you want to have the systems working together easily. So these are just some of the features within Transcend, and then I have some of the systems that you could replace with them. So if you're using any of these systems, one of the big ones too is that really trips people up that aren't techie, they don't understand it, is Zapier or Zapier, I'm not sure how a lot of people say it differently, to create automation, which a lot of times people use that to have the two systems talk to each other. Zapier is a really expensive tool. I meant to look up the price earlier when I was preparing for this and I forgot. But I think you get 3 free Zaps, but you only have a certain amount every month. And once you hit that limit, they hold all of your information and they won't give it to you until you pay them. And it can be really costly to do that. So that's just something that you don't even need to have systems talk to each other. I know some people use Zapier to connect their body graph chart system to their email software and things like that. You don't even need to do that. There are automation workflows and triggers built in that can help you with that. Okay. Okay, so really quickly to kind of break it down from a cost perspective. So scaling your business isn't just about earning more. It's about keeping expenses manageable and creating efficiency. So with an all-in-one system, you can reinvest those savings into growth opportunities. So, training, marketing, or giving yourself more time, a vacation maybe if you need that. So just to look at costs at a high level. So a CRM system, an email marketing system, a scheduler, and a website. Those are some of the average monthly costs that you would pay. So it's over $135 a month, potentially more, or $1,600 a year. And that's just the basics of running a startup business. So that's just to get you started running your business, right? You need a system to manage your clients. I mean, you could use Excel or Word or something like that, but that's just chaos pretty much. It'll turn into that eventually. You need a system to send emails from, you need a system for people to schedule calls with you, and you need a website to show what you're offering, right? So as you scale, you're going to want to add more. You're going to want to add a courses and communities platform, funnels, so you can actually, have upsells and downsells and increase your profits. Affiliate manager potentially. So just those 3 is an additional $235 a month or $2,800 a year. So you're adding that to this cost here, and you're paying almost $400 a month for all of these systems. They don't talk to each other. You have to manage all of them in different places. So you're also spending on top of that, you're spending increased costs in your admin side, you're increasing your frustration, and you are limiting yourself from expanding because you don't have time to get out there to your clients. And that's the real, kicker is people don't necessarily realize that. You're wasting, not necessarily wasting, but you're spending all of this time managing all of these systems and trying to keep things afloat when you really could be out there talking to your ideal clients and bringing in revenue easily, right? And helping people. I mean, it's not all about money either. It's about helping people. That's what we're here to do. So having an all-in-one system just makes it so much easier. Okay. Excuse me. So how I can help. So the question is, are you ready to simplify, automate, and scale your business? Most people would say yes. I have talked to so many people that they want to scale and they are stuck because they don't have time. And time is a huge thing, and especially, being human design specialists, we know where kind of time is in the chart and all of that. And I just love that I can help people move through those types of blocks as well. But time is something that really scares people. I remember when I first started my journey with this, I was still working part-time in my corporate career, and I was helping clients one-on-one, and I was teaching spiritual classes as well. And when somebody would book a session with me, just an hour, they'd book a session with me, I would all of a sudden just feel this incredible overwhelm come over me. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, they have a session with me. It's in 2 days. I have to prepare for it. I'm not going to have time to do anything that day. Like, that's where my mind would go. And I realized that I was just completely blocking myself. There was some sort of trauma or fear around time that I had to work through in order to get past that. And I have worked through that. And now, time is one of my best friends. And it's absolutely amazing to move through that. But finding Transcend and configuring the system to work for me has also helped with that, because I don't have to worry about all of the admin stuff when clients book with me. So again, your all-in-one business system. It is designed for human design specialists. I say designed for human design specialists. That is Transcend and the integration that I have built with human design. So that is kind of the piece that's designed for human design specialists. And that way to help you communicate with them in just such a wonderful way that I don't think any other systems have. I see in the Bodygraph Facebook group all the time, and I don't jump in there that much because I don't want to sit there and like sell myself. I don't like to do that in a group like that. But struggling with, I'm trying to get ConvertKit to do that, or I'm trying to get the system to do that, or how do you do this? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I could help you in so many ways. But I'm really trying not to push myself in there, because I think that that's a little unethical when it's a group that's not mine. But it's also affordable and scalable. And the basic plan starts at $99 a month. You can build the business of your dreams without breaking the bank. And that also includes, I thought I put this in here, maybe I didn't. I'm going to delete it. So that also includes my help as well. I have weekly support calls with my clients. If they're having any issues in the system, they jump on that call, ask me questions, and we walk through it, or I can kind of point them in the right direction. If it is a bigger thing, like they need help, or they need to build a new web page or a funnel or something like that, that is an additional cost. But I'm here to support you. We have a community of people you can ask questions, and I'm here to help you as much as possible to allow you to grow your business. And that's just the amazing thing that a lot of other systems and programs don't have. Kajabi is another system that is very similar to Transcend. It's limited. Transcend, like I had said, it doesn't have limits. So when you want a website, you've got as many websites as you want. When you want a course, you have as many courses as you want. I think the Kajabi starter plan is like $159 a month, and you only get 3 courses. When I signed up for that, I used to use Kajabi several years ago. I really like it. It's a great platform, but it can get costly. I don't like restriction. I bought the middle plan because I had all of these plans. I think that gave me like 15 courses, I think. I had all these plans to build all these courses, but I couldn't get one course out the door because I felt restricted, because I was like, okay, I need to make these 15 count. So I need to make sure that the courses that I'm building and putting in here are the ones that I really want to use, right? And that cost me a lot of money because I wasn't using the system to its full capacity, because it was my own restriction and beliefs that, of course, like I said, I've worked on and I've moved past those types of things, but I hadn't at the time. And it cost me money, it cost me frustration, and I wasn't even using it to its fullest. I wasn't getting the most out of it. I also find Kajabi restricted in the automation piece as well, the workflows and things like that. I think that it's a little restrictive in that way. I can't remember what other limitations it has, but this isn't a Kajabi bashing session. So just kind of a comparison to, you can start off at $99 a month and you can build the basics of your business with that. And then you can add other modules on as you need them, or there are other packages that are, that you can purchase that are higher cost, of course, that add all other modules with it. So you can get a free trial of Transcend at transcendfreetrial.com. When you sign up for your free trial, it's also going to have you book a call with me. So whether or not, just if you're thinking about how you want to work with me, whether it's this or whether it's something else, go ahead and just sign up for a free trial, book a call with me, and then we can talk about how I can help you. It's a free call, and we can, work through things at that point. You get 14 days free with Transcend with that free trial. I also have services where I can, build your websites and funnels for you, configure the system for you, all of those types of things. Or there's training to where if you wanted to do it yourself, you could do that as well. And then lastly, some other ways that I can help, because like I said, I am a healing practitioner as well. So, and I'm also a business coach. So I have a business coaching program coming in February of 2025. So if you wanted to join the waitlist, here's your QR code. You can join the waitlist there. And with that, you actually get 3 free months of Transcend. So you'll be able to use the system for free at all of its capabilities. And then if at that point you wanted to continue using it, you absolutely could. And then the waitlist for my human design daily deconditioning, I call it Cosmic Heart. I opened it up, it's been about 6 weeks, I think. I don't know if it's been quite that long. I can't remember. We're on the Spleen Center, but it's a daily deconditioning through quantum healing that I'm doing. And I opened it up, like I said, several weeks ago, and the feedback that I'm getting is absolutely amazing. It was the first time I ran the program. We have a very small group. I wanted to keep it small, the beta launch, but it is going absolutely amazing. I love it. I'm in love with this program. I'm going to expand it. So I'm opening it up again here probably in a week or two. And if you wanted to take a look at that, you can join the wait list for that as well. And I will send you more information. It's anybody can do it, but it is kind of geared towards business owners. I talk during the quantum healing sessions, you get one a day. They're about 15 or 20 minutes. They're in meditation form, but it's not just meditation, it's also healing within that. So you do that one a day to kind of build that habit of healing. And initially we're going through each of the gates to decondition each of the gates. Then we're going to move to the centers, or actually, I'm sorry. We're doing the gates and the centers, and then we're going to move to the channels. And then I'm also going to do the dream rave as well. So I'm really excited about that. Like I said, it's a lot of fun, and it's just, the healing is absolutely amazing. So again, if you're interested in that, you can scan the QR code and get more information. So that is what I have for you today.